Okay, hello. Okay, so as promised, this is Noelle Randall's lesson on bandit signs. So in my last Facebook Live, I came to you guys and I was explaining to you that someone kind of DM'd me and kind of was a little skeptical that you can actually market and invest and find investment properties and make a profit with almost no money. And so I'm actually making this video because I want to show you guys how possible it is, how easy it is. So I got everything, like I said, from the Dollar Tree, the dollar store, to let you know that this is pretty easy to do. And it's funny because it kind of sometimes takes a woman's touch and a woman's eye. Sometimes when we're shopping, we see things and we know how to get things done on a budget. So that's how we often get deals. So just using that talent. So let's get started. I'm going to show you basically how I made 50 bandit signs, which is pretty much the minimum you should put out each week. Really, you should do 50 to 100 is kind of people that work closely with me. We kind of talk about, but it is also important, obviously, where you put them and what they say. So I'm going to give you a lesson on a couple of those things so you know how to get them, how much to pay, what they should look like, what they should say. We'll talk about some places to put them and just really, I'll just give you a quick lesson on it. So bandit signs. I know you guys have all seen those signs that say we buy houses, or those billboards that say we buy ugly houses. Obviously, the We Buy Ugly Houses is a franchise, copyrighted. I'm not going to say anything about their advertising. So, but as a real estate investor, you can get your own inventory and you can find houses for pennies on the dollar using the same type of advertising. You can do it fairly cheaply and actually, in my opinion, a lot more effectively. I actually do get leads from the HomeVestors franchisees, and some of their leads are good, don't get me wrong, but they obviously are wholesaling them to me, so they're making a fee. But I'm going to teach you how you can do that, like how you can find houses for pennies on the dollars and either keep the house yourself and get a good deal on it, or flip it to an investor and let them buy the house with the cash. And we'll talk about it, and I'll probably have to break this into two lessons to give it all to you. But okay, so let's get started with bandit signs. So this is basically one I made with everything from the dollar store. I crossed out the numbers so you can kind of see. And then it's on a stake like this, and I use tape, and it's super simple, and it stakes here. And so I'm going to quickly tell you what I did, how I did it, and how you can do the same thing. So you'll first notice, keep it simple. We buy houses. That's all you really need to say. I've seen other people, get all fancy. John buys houses, Susie buys houses, whatever. That's fine if you want to do it that way. I keep it simple. We buy houses, or I buy houses. I've been told you really shouldn't put we buy houses because it's copyrighted or something to that effect, but I've never had any issue with that, and that sounds ridiculous to me. But anyway, just letting you know that that's an urban legend. I've never actually looked it up. If you want to, you can. But I put we buy houses, and I go simple cash, we buy houses. I write cash, and I usually do a dollar sign as an S just to get a little creative because you want people to see that. Obviously, I'm putting that on the second line as well so that we are going with it just saying cash. So it's sticking out in the person's eye. They're in their car. They got something to sell. They want some money. They want cash. They see that. It's good for them. And obviously, but the most important thing is going to be your phone number. Make sure you write it very legibly. You write it really clearly. So, all right, let's talk about the ingredients, how much I paid for them, how I got them. Let's give it to you. So let's begin. These are called foam boards. So these are a cheaper way to do it. These are foam boards. I literally got these at the dollar store for $1. And what you can do is cut them in half. They're pretty big, all by themselves. Ready board is what they're called. They're kind of big. And so you can actually cut them in half this way, and you can get two for $1. So now you just paid 50 cents for just this. The second thing you are going to need is obviously a Sharpie, a big one. And you can get that from the dollar store. I'll put pictures inside. They have these big ones. I actually have a Sharpie brand, but the Dollar Tree does sell ones just like this. You want to make sure you get this big fat one, and that it has this kind of stick right here. Can you guys see that? Like this kind of stick, it's really thick. so that you are writing really legibly, really big. Again, don't put a bunch of words. Don't put, you know, I've seen them when people are trying to say everything and there's everything on their sign. We buy houses as is, any condition, no houses, real fast closing, 24 hours, offer for, call me today, here's my website. Too much. too much. Do not do all of that. It's not necessary. Again, keep it simple. I put, what, 4 words on mine? We buy houses cash and a phone number. And I sometimes just write really quickly at the bottom. You'll see I kind of did on this one. I wrote fast cash. Or fast closing, sorry, fast closing with an exclamation point, just for some flair. So second thing, you need obviously the stakes. So that's, you get 2 out of these. So I've now told you how to get these from the Dollar Tree, from the dollar store, how to pay, cut them in half, take a knife. You can do scissors, but it's usually a knife. I just take a knife, cut it in half, make the sign. Now, next thing you're gonna need is a stake. Now, there's 2 different ways you can do this. You can go with stakes like this, or you can go with H ones. Now, you can get these on Amazon, and they're actually, you know, I'm trying to teach you how to do stuff on a budget. Because when you first start, you may be on a shoestring budget. I know I was, and I just needed to quickly get out there, get some leads, and get a house, get a deal, get some money. And so I recommend kind of these stakes because they are going to the ground. And you know, state I'm in, it's pretty easy to get it into the dirt. And I just tape it onto the back. I'll show you. You need some duct tape. These here are if you're going to use corrugated plastic, and I'll actually do another quick lesson because these are foam board. Like I said, you can also get this in corrugated plastic, which is what most of your professional printing companies use. So we'll talk about that in a second, but you can also just take one of these, and the foam board, you could just tape it to the back. As you see, I just taped it to the back here, keep it on really sturdy. Got the duct tape from the Dollar Tree as well. They have duct tape as well. Bam, bam, bam. Dollar Tree duct tape. Sticks very well. Stick it on the back. And last but not least, you are going to need a hammer to push it into the ground. So again, you are going boop, boop, boop. Your sign, usually put them by stop signs, stop lights, busy intersections. We'll talk about where you're targeting because obviously you want to target, I think I said in maybe my last video, older homes, older, more established neighborhoods where they probably have a lot of equity in the home, or where maybe someone lived in the house a lot of years, and now they have either need to go to a convalescent home. That's a situation I get. They need to go to a home, they've gotten sick, or they passed away and the kids don't want the house anymore and they just kind of need to get rid of it. So that's pretty much it. That's my quick lesson for you on these. So these are my cheap ones. And so what's the grand total of all this? Okay, so one quick thing. So the stakes, they come in packs of 12. I got these not from the Dollar Tree because I knew you were going to say that. Ha, ha, ha. I could probably see little smart comments like, hey, Noel, you didn't get everything from the dollar store. You spent more than you said. Ha, yeah, a little bit. I actually got these from Lowe's. I use Lowe's. I'm a big Lowe's person. I know some people are Home Depot people, but I am a Lowe's person. I enjoy Lowe's. These come in packs, packs of 12. Packs of 12. They cost $5.17. I'll show you the receipt. I got, like I said, I bought 25 of these boards because I cut them in half. So that's 25 bucks. Cut them in half. So that's 50 cents. And I got 50 of them, 50 cents each, right? Got a Sharpie, that costs $1. Little hammer here, dollar store, $1. And a Sharpie for $1. So then you get, obviously, okay, so let's do the math to this. This is 12. So this is like 4, you see 3, and then there's 4 behind here. So, okay? And just to show you, these are 1 by 2 by 24. They also come in 36 and 12, 24, 2 feet high. You're thinking about, you're in a car, remember you're down in a car, where are their eyes? You want to get to their eye level. 3 feet is a little bit too high, and 12 is too low. So if you had to pick though, and they were out of 24, 36 would be better than 12. Don't go too low because they won't look down, but they might look a little bit higher up. So these were $5.17. So obviously I'm saying there's 12 in here. I'm talking about 50 signs, so I'm short because that's 48. So I bought 2 of these from Lowe's just to make it so I have 50 signs, because I'm not going to put out less than 50. That's just not me. 50 works for me. I've noticed. Trust me, I played with the numbers, and I've seen people put out less than that, and it's not effective. You're going to get a few calls on that. If you really want to deal, I mean, if you just want to go out there and put 10 or 20 signs out and maybe get a call, possibly, then go ahead. But if you want to do it like a pro, and trust me, from people that are more experienced have told me as well, 50 to 100 minimum is what you want to do. You want to be really consistent if you want to start to get some deals and really get some cash flow going. But like I said, that was 48. So I bought 2 of these. They were $1.98. So all of $4 to get my 50 signs. So $25 for the cardboard, $4 for the extra supplies, $23, let's say $23 for the stakes, and then $4 for these. And again, same thing. I can take these to the side. I have more of them. I did the same thing, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to go real fast so you don't see the number. I purposely pulled that out. Some people are ridiculous and will call my phone. And I've already kind of explained to you, bandit signs, when people call those signs, they're serious. That's the great thing about it. No one sees a sign that says we buy houses and is thinking, I wonder what they do. Let me call and check them out. Check those people out. No, they want to sell a house, or they have a house usually, or they're an investor or something to that effect. Usually it's pretty good. You don't get a lot of BS usually. But I notice when I'm teaching, it's already started. People are like calling a number to see if it's me. I'm a real person, people. I'm real. And I do this real stuff, and I'm just teaching you guys and, sharing some information and trying to do, fill my life's purpose. So don't call me unless you have a deal. Otherwise, I'm busy. I'm sorry. I'm literally busy. So my point was, you can take this and do the same thing because you can't stick it in here. And again, just make sure it's neat, but it doesn't have to be perfect. We talk about really quickly. I'm actually going to make another video, and I'll show you my professionally made signs as well. And I'll actually let you in on a secret in our next video as to which ones work better. Obviously, I'm telling you to do these, so it does work and you will get calls on them, but I'll tell you, we'll kind of compare which one, which campaign, which, signs that you wrote yourself, that, DIY signs, or the professional ones that are printed out, we buy houses, printed out nice and neat. We'll do a quick comparison. So, all right, I feel like I taught you guys a lot. You know what bandit signs are. You know how to make them. You know how to get them for a cheap price. I've already said, put them busy intersections around neighborhoods that you are targeting, that you want to buy houses in, or you want to flip houses or flip contracts or wholesale in. Remember, you're looking for houses that are probably need a little bit of repairs, but are in decent situations. In neighborhoods around major cities is always good. You don't necessarily want to be too rural. Sorry, people that live in rural areas, but that's usually not best. It's kind of hard to get comparables and things like that, and most people just don't like wholesaling. And I'm teaching you basically how to get started with no money. So we're talking about probably wholesaling, and I'll do another video on that. If you don't know what wholesaling is, look it up. It's a great way to get some cash, or if you want to know, you want to talk about it a little bit, you can reach me and schedule a one-on-one strategy call with me at wealthywomanblueprint.com. That's wealthywomanblueprint.com. There's a free ebook if you're interested, and obviously I'll keep making trainings for you guys. And if you want to talk to me and schedule a one-on-one, and we do a little strategy session about your real estate investments, your personal wealth, you gaining financial freedom, you can schedule me one-on-one at this time. So that's it. I'll see you guys later.